Just before we look at the Bitcoin TA, remember you can join our trading group right now. Lifetime membership is just $200. Sign up for 12 months, $150. That's $12.40 per month. Sign up for 6 months for $100. Or if you just want to have a look for a month, it's $40. You get access to all 12 Telegram channels. Visit www.bpoi.uk. add/join if you just want to go straight to the sign up page. Once we hit 100 members, we'll be giving away $1,000 in crypto via our wallet bombs. We are offering a free channel so people can get a sneak peek of some of the things that we're doing in the group. More details coming on this tomorrow. Right, let's have a look at the Bitcoin TA. Morning guys, 8:35 Thursday, 6th of January, Bitcoin. So we saw a move down overnight from Bitcoin, and mainly due to news coming out from the Fed. So let's just have a quick look at the main news stories here. Bitcoin falls 5% as Fed confirms interest rate hikes. Okay, so the main contributor everyone is saying towards this Bitcoin drop is the news that's come from the Fed. However, I think a drop was on the cards anyway. In my opinion, I think the bears have seen this as an opportunity. So news was released, bad news was released if you like, from the Fed. Bears have seen an opportunity to push the price down. As the news is traveling around social media, you've got retail investors who are a bit nervous, if you like, selling their positions because they think that Bitcoin is going to drop further, not quite understanding what's happening, and you get a degree of capitulation. I don't think we've had much of it, but we've seen a significant drop in price from Bitcoin. So let's just have a look at this website. So today. Key reasons why Bitcoin just tanked to 42k. So Fed unnerving stock market investors. Okay, so we had all that news come out. This has been posted in the news channel, so have a look. We're also saying that other sort of stock markets, Nasdaq, pulled back 3.34%, along with other traditional markets pulling back. Protests erupting in Kazakhstan. So Kazakhstan being a massive sort of mining hub, Bitcoin mining hub. Obviously there's riots today, riots over there today. Russia is likely to be stepping in, and the government is in turmoil basically. So a lot of issues in Kazakhstan, and then obviously Bitcoin breaking below pivotal support level, which we'll go through at the moment. So this level had been holding for some time, and then Bitcoin lost that level. From news BTC, Bitcoin plunges below key support, turns sell on rallies. Not quite sure what that title means, but essentially saying the same thing. And then Bitcoin falls to 43k after Fed FOMC meeting. We mentioned this meeting in the news channel earlier on in the day, and said to keep an eye out for any information come from this meeting. And obviously we saw the Fed announcement, so the reports show commitment to decreasing the balance sheet. Bitcoin and crypto market crash. The price of Bitcoin fell below 44,000 shortly after the Federal Reserve December FOMC meeting notes reconfirmed efforts to regulate the balance sheet. Okay, so that's what we're blaming this this drop on at the moment. Let's go to the chart. Okay, so 12-hour chart, just very quickly. We just got to remember pattern that we're trading in. We trade patterns, and then until we see a break out of that pattern, we have to assume that the price is going to continue to follow the trend lines of that pattern. Okay, so I posted this in group. I drew this arrow in and I said don't rule this out because we are following a pattern. So this falling wedge, we can see a touch at the top, touch at the bottom here, touch at the top. Are we going to see another touch at the bottom, which would take us below the 40,727 line, which is a line we don't particularly want to lose? But are we going to see a drop down before we see a retest of this upper trend line? We can't rule that out at the moment. We need to see if support holds. 42,453. So let's go over to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so I've just added this new support level in where Bitcoin has found some support. So this is roughly 42,495 for me at the moment. Seem to be recovering. If I just zoom in slightly, seem to be recovering here. We had some sort of bounce, but not much volume coming in. Okay, the concern here is that we form some sort of bear flag. So if I just zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so we've had this drop down like so. And then a bear flag would be the opposite of a bull flag. So we just trade sideways, moving slightly upwards. And this would be a bearish continuation pattern where you would trade on the way up before the next leg down. So you have to have an eye on some sort of continuation downwards should this bear flag form, and this is on the 4-hour time frame. So initially what I'm looking for Bitcoin to hold this level 42,495 or 42,056, which was our original support level. I'm looking for then a retest back into the pattern. Okay, so this was previous support, which was green, so this was previous support. Now this becomes resistance. Okay, I'm just going to turn that to 3 because it's quite a key level at the moment, because we were using this as support for a period of time. We can see support, 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 support. We also have to bear in mind that we may have this this head and shoulders pattern that we were following play out. Okay, so if we just have a look at the daily, let me reset the chart there. Okay, so we were looking at this head and shoulders pattern on the daily, and we broke below this neckline, which was the blue dotted line, and we broke then below key support and saw the move down. Okay, so that head and shoulders may well have played out and helped cause, you know, a bit more panic in the market, where other people have identified, and then basically looking at this neckline, break below the neckline, bearish retest of that neckline, and then a move down. Okay, so bear that in mind as well. So on the whole, it was largely expected. We are in a downtrend. We have seen another leg down. The question now is when to open trades. And this is quite a difficult thing to predict at the moment, because we're kind of in the middle. We're in the middle of this falling wedge. We're in no man's land at the moment. So we need some sort of movement upwards, and ideally we need a break back into the pattern. So turn 45,432 back into support. What long term what we're looking for, long term, short term, depending on how you look at it, we're looking for these levels to be taken out by Bitcoin. So initially, break of this upper trend line. We need to break above the 200 SMA on the daily, which is this orange line. We've got the 200 on the 4-hour time frame, which is what we're on now. We've got the 50, we've got the 21, we've got basically every SMA above us, plus then we've got these resistance levels. Again, like I say, a lot of work for Bitcoin to do at the moment, and I'm not expecting too much in the near term. But if we can see a break of this trend line, then you know, potentially, I guess mid to the end of January, we may see some sort of bullish response from Bitcoin, but just not seeing that at the moment. If we have a look at Bitcoin dominance, the Bitcoin dominance pumped yesterday. This wouldn't have helped altcoins at all. So just to be clear, when Bitcoin moves down and Bitcoin dominance moves upwards, altcoins just get wrecked. Okay, they just move downwards. Actually, let me bring this chart into play 1 second. So let me just bring this in, because this is on TradingView. I'll post this in the talk channel. But what we're looking at is we're looking at the correlation between Bitcoin dominance and how it affects altcoins. So when we saw an increase in Bitcoin dominance and a decrease in Bitcoin, What happens to the altcoins is they decrease fast or dump. Okay, and this is exactly what happened yesterday. So we saw an increase in Bitcoin dominance, a decrease in Bitcoin, and both sort of so Bitcoin decreasing quickly, Bitcoin dominance increasing quickly, and then we saw altcoins get wrecked. Okay, and that's exactly what's happened. So Bitcoin dominance has moved up, Bitcoin has moved down, and therefore if you have a look at Solana, for example, you can see the effect that that's had on Solana. So Solana was breaking out of the falling wedge that it was in. We had these price targets leveled if we could retest on the breakout, but we didn't actually break out and retest. But look what's happened to the Solana price action. Solana has lost, in the same time Bitcoin's lost 5%, Solana's lost 15%. We have a look at some others as well. So RVN, Ravencoin, again we can see losses on altcoins. Again, Matic, Polygon, you can see those losses. Nia hasn't suffered too much, but again suffered losses. Got Link, again suffered losses. Okay, so we just need to be wary of what happens with Bitcoin dominance and what happens with Bitcoin with regards to altcoin trading. Okay, with Bitcoin dominance, what we're looking for is a rejection now of this upper trend line. So we're looking for a rejection here and a move downwards. If we get a breakout retest and move higher, it's not going to be good for altcoin trading. Bitcoin, we're looking for a move up from Bitcoin. Okay, but we may lose key support. So if we lose key support and Bitcoin moves down, and then Bitcoin dominance moves up, not good for altcoin trading. So trading at the moment on anything, I would say, is very, very high risk. So my advice to guys in the group is to wait it out at the moment and let's see what happens to Bitcoin. Let's see what happens to the recovery, and then let's go to the 4-hour chart again, and then let's see if we can make some sort of move up. Initially 44,207, let's get above that resistance level, and then 45,432, which is now a key level of resistance, which was support. Okay, so that's what we're looking at the moment. It's just a case of waiting. We're in the falling wedge. Respect the pattern and don't rule out a move down to this bottom trend line before we see a move back up to the top trend line. And look at this level. Bitcoin must not lose this level. What we do not want to see is Bitcoin drop below this level and then see a bearish retest and a continuation down, because I think that would spell, you could be seeing 34 to 32,000 should that happen. Okay, so we can see, if I just go to the daily quickly, Bitcoin must not lose this level. Actually, let me go to the 12 hours, a bit of a cleaner chart. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so this red line is a line we mustn't lose. We can see that this was a previous low, okay, lower high. If we, at the moment, we're still on a higher low. If we move down, we're putting in a lower high, a lower low. And if we put a lower low in, then that could spell further continuation downwards. Okay, so we don't want to lose this level. We don't want the price action to be lower than 47.27 and stay below 47.27. Okay, so let me just explain that again. So I've just taken all of the drawings off the chart. So just starting here, we've got a low. Okay, we then got a higher high, higher low, higher high. At the moment, we've got a higher low. Okay, because we haven't dropped below this level. If we drop below this level, we're going to have a lower low, and then that spells potentially further continuation downwards. So where we say we don't want to lose this red line, if we do lose this red line, as long as we make a quick recovery and move back above it, retest and move higher, call it the spring, then potentially we're in a good position. If we move lower, bearish retest, so we then get blocked by 40,727, essentially that turns into resistance and we can't get above it, then we're continuing down in this falling wedge pattern. Okay, So Bitcoin quite a bit to do at the moment, and like I say, any sort of altcoin trading at the moment is just looking a little bit risky. Sushi was doing particularly well. The good thing about this, I'll go through all of these setups in the group, is that, you know, they call it shopping. You can go shopping for altcoins. Bitcoin potentially will move lower. You're looking at these coins that were popping prior to this Bitcoin downtrend, or this Bitcoin breakdown. You're looking at all of these coins that were popping yesterday as coins to potentially load up on prior to Bitcoin hopefully making a recovery. All right, but high risk at the moment. Right, I'm going to leave it there, and please like and share and subscribe, because that will help the channel. And I'll catch you guys on YouTube tomorrow. In the group, I will post further updates on Bitcoin throughout the day, and let's monitor and see what's happening. Thanks.